Have you ever recorded something multiple times and realized you didn't hit record? Hi. So let me introduce you to myself if you're new here. Hi, I'm Christy. I am a fractional director of operation and business strategist. I am the sole owner of Her Strategic Partner LLC, and this is my new channel. Now you may be wondering, what do you mean new channel? I used to have another channel, so if you know about it, it's over there. You've seen it, maybe, possibly. I decided to create a whole brand new channel. One, because my business has changed from Good Things Indeed, which I've had for a while and I love. I just up-leveled it to an LLC, which is Her Strategic Partner. And there's a few other things on my channel that just don't resonate with me anymore or that I don't do anymore. Probably one of the last videos I think I posted was about Happy Planner and planning like that. I'm still very much a planner. I love planning, but with what happened in 2020 with COVID, that just kind of derailed all of my plans. I don't like planning on paper anymore. And there's plenty of research that says writing things down is better for your memory, your brain, or whatever. One, it's not good for my mental health if I have to completely erase everything or just like destroy a page. Two, sometimes I can't read my writing after some sort of point because I don't write nicely. It's just not my strong suit at all. So instead, I use, Asana, I use project management systems, I use my Google Calendar, which I live by. And if I do want to write something down because I want it physically written down somewhere, physically, it's still digital because it's my iPad. I got an iPad that I can write notes down and it could transform it into text for me, which is great because that means I could read it later. So there's just a few stuff on that channel that like I said, I don't resonate anymore. I want to create a whole new channel. But it's the first week of January, so new year, new channel. I didn't plan it that way, it just happened. But I want to talk about goal setting and also goal achieving because I feel like this time of year, everybody's setting goals. Everybody's setting tons of goals, but a lot of people don't set realistic goals. I will tend to recommend to break down your goals as much as possible so they're realistic. Have that big, wild dream goal, maybe your manifesting goal, the one that you're just manifesting, even though you can't just like go out and do it. And then have the goal that you can go out and do. Have both. If you only have that one big goal and you're not achieving it and you're consistently not achieving it, like me not making any videos for that channel, I just completely abandoned, then a whole bunch of feelings come in. You may feel guilt, you may feel shame, frustration, all of the feelings, and then you just don't want to do it. I'm going to have a whole video about procrastination because I love talking about procrastination, because I feel like there's always a good reason why you're procrastinating, but I'll talk about that later. If you're procrastinating on something though, that's a goal. There's a few reasons, but in this case, I just didn't want to do it. There was no rhyme or reason behind it. I wanted to have a YouTube channel. I didn't want that YouTube channel. It took me a while to get there. It took me a while to realize that. And that's why we're barely here now, but you have to start somewhere or we have to restart somewhere. So if you're constantly or consistently procrastinating on a goal, it might be because it's not realistic for you right now where your mindset is. For example, say, I'm going to give you some real numbers because I used to be very transparent with my income and whatnot in my last channel. You guys saw that. I'll actually tag it below if anybody's interested. I used to do budget with me's and everything. That's when I had a traditional job with a mixture of side hustle. Now I'm like super in my business, but I'm on track to be about 75,000 for the year. If I try to make a goal of 400,000 in 2024, that would wreak havoc on my mindset all the time. Because in 1 year, I've never done that. So, and I've never even got half of that before, or even a fourth of that. So why would I make such a lofty goal just to fail at it? And yes, failing is part of life. But if you can protect your mindset in the sense of creating more realistic goals, that will do so much better on you continuing and not burning out Because when you consistently miss your goals, especially if you're a goal-oriented person, you could burn out because you feel like a failure all the time, even though you're working at it consistently. Working at it consistently is different than achieving it. So if I try to make that 400,000 a year goal, and then I break it up like I always do, and I always recommend breaking things up by quarter, then by month, then by week. And then if you have micro things, then by day. So if I break up, and then this is not how I would recommend it, I would not say take your 400,000 goal, that is way beyond your mindset capabilities right now, and then break it up per quarter at 100,000 per quarter. And then, no. Because now I'm trying to make more in a quarter than I've made in an entire year. You see where that comes from? You see the issue there? So what I would recommend is, since I hit 75K, my goal for this coming year would be 100K, let's just say. And that 100K wouldn't necessarily just be split per quarter evenly. I would see what I made in the last month, raise it by 15, 20, 30%, times it by 3, and that's my new quarter. And then from there, break it up. So new quarter plus 15 whatever percent. And then if there's anything left over that you're missing, maybe $15,000 here or there, then you can kind of split it up where it falls. But I wouldn't recommend creating such a big goal. It's like trying to climb on top of your house, like to the roof, without an actual ladder. If you don't have the ladder, you're not going to get on the roof. I don't care who you are. Unless you're a superhero, I don't think you're going to fly up on the roof. And if you try to do that without a ladder, you're probably going to get injured. You're probably going to hurt yourself. This is a weird analogy, but I'm going to continue with it. You need to create yourself a ladder to a realistic goal. Those two key components are very, very important to protect your mindset and your mental health. I feel like not many people talk about mental health when it comes to goal setting, because we are a capitalist society, unfortunately, that is constantly hustling and pushing and pushing and pushing and pushing. That can cause burnout. That can cause health issues. That can cause, physical or mental health issues, emotional health issues. It can cause a cascade of issues. And if you're a business owner who has a team under them, and that mindset, like chaos is happening every 5 seconds, your team is going to feel it. Your clients are going to feel it. You may burn out and have to burn it all to the ground. And that means everybody that you touch is affected by that. And I know that's like a lot of pressure, but that's what it is running a business. There is a lot of pressure on you. So why not make some of that a little bit more doable and a little bit more friendly? Well, we're in January. We're talking about goal setting and intentions. I'm not a big fan of New Year's resolutions per se, because everybody pitters out around the middle of the month, which, by the way, that's around the time people pitter out their habits. It's about 15 days-ish in. So if you're not continuing on, you probably won't. I am a fan of creating a plan. And you don't necessarily have to create hard goals, which I would recommend at least 3 goals. At least 3 goals for the year. In the beginning of the year, and maybe you haven't set any intentions, or maybe you have and you're like, why did I say I was going to do all that? It's okay to reevaluate what you said you were going to do. December and January has this energy to it where you're just like, I can do all the things, I'm going to achieve all the things. If you get to the middle of the month and you realize, oh, that was too big, and then you just kind of give up, I wouldn't say give up. I would say reevaluate. Reevaluate, reassess, look at it, see what you can do within it. And when you're setting your goals, I want you to think of these things. 1, what is the goal? 2, is it realistic? This is almost like SMART goals, but not real. No, not quite. So, what is the goal? Is it realistic? What's the reason? What is your why for the goal? Like, what is the actual why? And if it's, my coach told me to hit 100K this year, that's not a reason. Try again. Sorry. And then 4, what is the emotion you want from reaching the goal? Is it, and don't go with like pride. I'm not saying pride's a bad thing. Pride's an amazing thing. Brag about yourself all you want. It's great for your confidence. That's not what I'm saying. But is it something that's going to make you feel stable, make you feel content, make you feel excited, make you like, what other feeling do you want to embody? And then really sit with it. Then tell people about it. Doesn't have to be the world. It doesn't have to be on a YouTube channel like this. It could just be at least 3 people. Tell 3 people about your goal. If there's anything to start poking holes that you're like, I don't think I can do it, reassess again. Redo it again. Make it smaller. You could always make the goal bigger later. But find that minimum. Find the realistic. And then that initial part that you have is your stretch. That's where you make 2 goals. You have your, this is what I'm going to do, and this is what I wish I could do. So, very quick and dirty formula for goal setting. So for example, with this YouTube channel, my goal, I can do a goal, is 2 videos a month. I'm not saying how long the videos are. I'm not saying what they're about. In my goal, it's 2 videos a month. From there, I can do whatever I want with it, so it doesn't stifle creativity or my motivation for it or anything. I can create 50 if I want to. That's fine. But my goal is 2. And then next quarter, if I notice I'm consistently making a video every single week, that's my new goal for that quarter. Every single week. So when you are creating your year-long goals, make sure that you're breaking them down per quarter and making them realistic. And then you reassess every quarter and see, can I continue doing this? Especially for those who are spoonies, who have chronic illness, or who maybe are parents or about to be parents. It's easier to break down your goals because then you won't go through the entire year and feel like you did nothing. You can always assess it along the way because life will change. Your health will change, your life will change, your motivation will change. It'll go up, it'll go down, it'll go all sorts of places. A pandemic may happen. A lot of things can happen. So to create goals that will withstand that, find your minimum. And of course, if a pandemic wipes everything out and you have to start over again, that's completely out of your control. That's fine. But find your minimum and start with that. And if you want to do more, go ahead and do more. So this can go for any type of goal you do. It can be your January 2024 goals, or it can be your weekly goals. This is Luna. There you go. Okay. We had a quick intermission because of a cat and I forgot what I was talking about, but that's okay. This video I had absolutely no plan for. No script, no plan, nothing. The other videos I will have a plan, I promise. I'm a planner. But this one I wanted to just talk about goal setting, talk about the channel, and just kind of get this first video out of the way. Because it's that first that is kind of the hardest for a lot of things. When you're looking at a blank piece of paper and you need to write a 4-part email sequence, staring at it is hard. And it's not until you get the ball rolling that everything continues forward. So this is my ball that I'm starting to get rolling. So if it didn't make sense or if it was all over the place, I'm okay with that. I just wanted to get this video out of the way and posted. And then you'll see content hopefully once a week. But I promise you at least twice a month.